Hunt Showdown is a hardcore, atmospheric battle royale. I think it's a quality example of how live service developers and community can have a negative impact on a game. And here's why. Hunt Showdown is a PvPvE extraction shooter that really puts an interesting twist on the battle royale genre. The primary objective of the main game mode is to take down the large boss, banish its soul, and extract with the bounty token. The gameplay heavily rewards coordination and patience. At the lower elos of the game, you'll find a rip-roarin', rootin'-tootin', hoe-down throwdown filled with teams playing fast and loud. As you ascend the ranks, you play against more experienced players that have learned haste makes waste. Sometimes gameplay means sitting in a bush for 20 to 30 minutes. I've had a lot of exciting, memorable experiences playing Hunt, but also I've had some of the most boring experiences playing a first-person shooter. If you're a fan of the setting, slower pace, and getting shot in the head from 2 compounds away, this shooter is for you. There's a lot of really interesting lore surrounding Hunt Showdown. The developers created a living world / alternate American history timeline that gets more interesting as you learn about it. Obviously, as an online multiplayer game, the story is much more in the background than I believe it could be. I would really recommend taking some time to check out some of the Hunt lore YouTubers. I think if you're interested enough in the aesthetic, learning the history of the timeline can really help bring the game to life. This is a strong category for Hunt. Crytek is known for setting the bar for how good games can look, and this is no exception. When the game first launched, there was a lot of brown and a lot of swamp. Since then, they've added multiple maps, multiple biomes, with diverse, intriguing visuals. The enemy design is fantastic, and you really get put in the mindset that you're attempting to survive a borderline apocalypse. One of my personal favorite aspects of this category is how different times of day really affect the player experience. I would almost encourage someone to buy and play the game just to walk around and become immersed in this world. When it comes to difficulty and balance in Hunt Showdown, I have a very old head opinion on this topic. There is a wildly steep learning curve to this game to compete in the higher skill floor lobbies. I've been playing this game since beta, and since then it's changed quite a bit. Original Hunt was gritty and overwhelmingly difficult. Most people loaded in to die over and over because they stepped on a branch too close to someone with a couple more hours in game as them. Now I believe the landscape has changed. The developers have made a wide variety of changes to weapons and damage that make the game feel incredibly watered down. Similar to any live service game, Hunt offers metas where certain builds and playstyles totally trump anything else you can pick in-game. Feels like Crytek never quite hit the mark. So for a game that is so difficult to learn being as unbalanced as it is, it's a tough sell. I do love this game, but man, I think it'd be tough to recommend to a lot of people that I know. The game-specific category that I chose for Hunt was the microtransactions. And let me tell you something. Crytek has caught a lot of flack from the entire community surrounding this topic, and now they're going to get some flack from me. I mean, look at the in-game store. It is just shoved in your face. In my opinion, I think Crytek handles this subject in a way that I would deem incredibly subpar. There have been long-standing periods in the game's history where game balance and performance get completely ignored, while skin after skin and multiple battle passes are released, put front and center in the game, and the community swept aside. I understand that microtransactions can help a game flourish instead of just survive, but the amount invested in this area that could have been invested in further game development, I think really harms the experience for new players and long-term players alike. As always, thanks for stopping in. Let me know if you've had the opportunity to get some time on the bayou. Also, if you have any recommendations for games that I review, drop those in the comments as well. See you later.